Hey guys, Tosher12 here. Hey, I'm back on my test map, Doll Ranch, and you see that where that row was right there? Look what picked it up. That little spot right there was just out of the pickup area. That's why I didn't get it. But look what it done. It picked up everything. It didn't miss a spot. Like I said, the only spot that it actually did miss was that spot right back there. And the only reason it missed it is because it was just out of the reach of the feeder. That's all it was. Now, granted, I used the K Steiger. Did someone say Steiger? Hey, yep, that's what I used. And it is the upgraded version. I used the upgraded version of that. Where's it at? Boom, right there. 692 horsepower. Now, with that being said, they said that we have to have at least 350 horsepower. Okay, with 350 horsepower should operate that thing to its proper, the way it should. I mean, it's properly. Okay, but I even went up a scale, 392 horsepower, or 692 horsepower. Done that, almost doubled. Again, it's just almost doubled the horsepower. Works perfectly, okay? That's what I used right there. Now, I've got the Challenger. The Challenger isn't quite 692 horsepower. However, it's still sufficient enough at 438 horsepower to operate the pelletizer. So let's try it with that one and see what happens. So I know it worked with the Steiger. Of course, it's almost 700 horsepower. So let's try it with this one. Let's see what happens. This map, I didn't do anything to it. This is the base map. I didn't terraform. I didn't do anything to it right here. It is what it is. I figured it was flat enough. And evidently, it is. So, it can miss anywhere and everywhere else on every other map. But on a map that's more flat with less contour, or less sudden changes in contour, it works properly. Like it should. See? We've not missed anything as of yet. And honestly, I don't plan on us missing anything. If we do, it's going to be outside the pickup. That's basically going to be it. So we'll just go over here and go right down this. I'll get a full catch bin of it. And then I want to try something else. Because I've been wanting to test this out. And I thought, you know, it's a perfect time. Let's test this out before an actual update comes to fix it. So, pretty sweet. Like I said, it's not the flattest of maps. It's not a flat map, that's for sure. I could have done it on there, but I didn't. I want to do it on just a generalized, normal map, and I used Doll Ranch here for my test map. And I think it works out pretty decent. We've almost got a half of catch bin full of pellets with no misses. None. And it's only 438 horsepower tractor that's operating it. So it's not even 100 horsepower above what it should be. Now it's going to miss some here because that's outside the catch bin. And see, it shut down, which is normal. I knew it was going to do that if I went up too fast on it. So it forgot that it missed that side and it missed this side. Only reason it missed that is because it's just too wide for it. It's out of the catch bin. That's catch area. That's understandable. But as far as going over in the middle of stuff, it's not missing anything. Get it back over here where it's actually in the area. If I can drive, it'd probably be a lot easier too. But it's picking up everything. You can see it. It is not missing anything that it should. So it's not had an update. And that tells me it's actually not the mod like I was suspecting. Like, you know, most people suspecting, oh, it misses, it misses. Well, it is missing. but it's missing because of the contour of the ground, the contour of the land. If the land is not contoured correctly, like even in real life, like I've said before, if the contour, it dips, it cuts down, it goes to a low spot or something, your hay rake, your catchers, is not going to be able to catch the hay or roll it as it should. The feeder is not going to be able to get it because of the fact it's lower. And that's in real life. I mean, that's going to happen. And I'm thinking that's exactly what's happening here. When the modder or the manufacturer, they say, oh, it's supposed to do that. Well, no, it's not the correct answer you should have given. You should have said, well, it does that because. It's not the fact that it's supposed to do it. I mean, it's not supposed to miss product. It's not supposed to miss harvest. It's not supposed to miss the crops that it's supposed to pick up. That's redundant and it's stupid. I mean, why would you have a lawnmower mowing a lawn and you drive over a patch of grass and it not cut it, but it starts cutting 3 feet later? Oh, it's supposed to do that. Bullshit. It's not either. That's a wrong answer, dude. That's just, I don't buy it. I never did buy it when I heard that. I was like, that's stupid. So, right here, it didn't miss anything that it was supposed to. It caught everything just as it did with the Steiger. So, like I said, the only ones it missed was the ones that's outside the catch area, just as this. I can go back and mow those over and it'll just suck them right up. But I'm not concerned about those. I have another idea. So I want to test something else out when I get it emptied. I want to see. Just for the giggles. We know it works with a tractor almost double horsepower required. We know it works with a tractor at almost the horsepower, just almost 100 horsepower over. Not quite, but almost. I want to see what it does with a tractor that's below horsepower. Because it calls for 350 horsepower for it to operate. Well, let's see what it does with a tractor that's below horsepower. Boom. The Case Puma. That's right. Boom. Right there. 270 horsepower. Almost 100 horsepower less than what it should be. So it's just the flip side of what we just finished with the Challenger. So let's check it out. Let's see what happens with the remainder of this. And that's going to bust. Oh, well, if you up the horsepower, it'll fix it. Okay. Well, what if I decrease the horsepower? Is it going to miss more? As it should, like you're claiming? Because if you're claiming we up the horsepower and it'll fix the problem, if we lower the horsepower, it should get worse. Correct? My way of thinking. I'm not sure how plausible that is, but my way of thinking, I think that's probably a safe bet. Honestly. We're moving a lot slower at 3 mile an hour now. I got the cruise set. The cruise is actually set for 32 mile an hour, which is not going to do that because it's not the working speed of the machinery. But, however, it's still pulling it. It's still doing it at 3 mile an hour. And so far, it's not missed anything. So, I'm pretty damn sure their reasoning of, oh, add more horsepower, it'll fix the problem is bullshit. I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to do that is bullshit. And I'm pretty sure that it's not the mod. It's the terrain. You know, in real life, we have terraces, we have hills, we have dips, voids and stuff in the ground. Well, almost, basically, we have the same thing in game. Kudos to the modders for doing that because it's realistic. I mean, that's awesome. Hashtag realism. Not so much. But anyway, back to what I was saying. It's honestly not the mod. I can actually, for once, say it's not the mod. But it's not a fault of the maps either. It's not a fault of the mod. It's not a fault of the maps. It's not a fault of the tractor horsepower. It's just the way it is. That's it. It's just the way it is. And it is what it is. That's it. There's nothing wrong with anything. Everything works perfectly, and it works the way it should. Shit just happens. As you can tell, I've got a tractor almost 100 horsepower below what it's recommended or what's required. And it's pulling it. It's working at 3 mile an hour. But it's not missed anything at all. Zilch. Nada. And it's not going to. So, my theory was correct all along. It's not the mod. And it's not really the map. And it's not the tractor. It's the terrain. And that's no one's fault. There's no glitch. There's no problem. It's no one's fault. What it boils down to is circumstance. And it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and run this until it's full. Just to make sure, to be fair, I've done it for both of those. I'm going to do it for this one. I know it's crazy, but I'm going to do it. I just think it's fair. I mean, it's only right. Even when I pick up, let's see, turn it off. I turn it off and it lets the tractor actually speed up. I raise the catch up and the collector, it don't work that way. It don't still speed it up. Oh, yep. Hit it a little bit too fast there, which is crazy because this tractor pulling it too fast is like, really? Well, the horsepower on it as well, it just can't handle it right there with that big load. All right, now we got it going again. Get it centered back up in the middle of the lane here. Now see, in the map's not, you can see the contour right there, the terrace. It's not perfectly flat. Like I said, I didn't do anything to this map. I just planted. The only thing I actually terraformed and done something to was right back here. I painted the concrete. I flattened it out and painted concrete. With this, I didn't flatten anything. I didn't do anything. I just planted. That's it. So there's no terraforming on this area right here whatsoever by me. What came with the map is with the map. I did not change anything. And I wanted to try this basically for the giggles of it because I thought about doing it on flat map. I thought about doing it on here and me modding and terraforming just a flat piece, just flatten everything out and trying it. But I thought, you know, wait, I'm going to try it right here to see what happens on my test field. I just want to check it out. I want to see what's going to happen. And I picked up 2 complete rows of straw. One with the Steiger, one with the Challenger, and so far, one with the Puma. So it's almost double the horsepower needed. One tractor with almost 100 horsepower over what's needed. And now it's one tractor with almost 100 horsepower less than what's needed. And it still works, and it's not missed anything throughout the entire process that it should have missed. I mean, it's crazy. Because the ones it did miss is understandable. It's been over here at the side by the back tire. It's been out of the catch area. So it is what it is. Even I've slowed down to 1 mile an hour, and it's still picking it up. It can't pull it up the hill. They don't like it. But it's still picking up. And it's not missing anything. And we're at 84% capacity right now. So there you have it. I could probably hook a 100 horsepower tractor to this. And if it would pull it, it'd probably operate it, and it'd probably pick up and make production. I'm not going to try that. But if it could pull it, it'd probably do it. Like I said, it's not the mod. It just gave way right there because it started going too fast, and the tractor horsepower couldn't catch up with it. It just couldn't do it. That's what I'm guessing on that, because there's nothing else for it to do. Because it picks it up. I mean, it's not full. It's close, but it's not full. It started going downhill, and it gained speed, and the tractor's like, oh, wait, I can't keep up with this. So, see, it done it again. I figure it's the horsepower of the tractor causing that. That's And it's actually a good script for a script to do that. I think that's awesome. I think that's actually pretty neat. Because now it's having to pull the weight of the pellets, pull the weight of the baler, the pelletizer, and work it all at the same time. So yeah, it's got a load working out for it. But there you have it. We're at 100%. And it didn't miss anything. So there you have it. I think it's busted. Don't you? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I appreciate it. Hope you liked it. Subscribe if you hadn't already done so. Thumbs up would be great. Thumbs down would be great. Either way, it's analytics. Just leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Toaster 12. And until next time, we'll catch you later.